Hey, what is going on, IK Familia? It is your boy BN, aka Mr. Kingdom Builder, and today I wanted to touch on something that I don't know if unionizing is really the right word to use in this case, but I wanted to touch on something that we had going on before. It was called the Council of Kings that we touched on, and I actually thought we had a really good use for I guess you could argue, a first big push with the group. And I know things have dwindled down and slowed down a bit in the game. And I thought to myself, well, what is just a way, what's a new approach? What's a different tactic? A new lens to look through on how can we go about trying to show and maybe to a greater extent share our feelings about the game, about its direction, about what we'd like to see happen, and how can we be effective, how can we be efficient in that. And the thought dawned on me that for the most part, we pretty much have everything we need to attempt something such as that. And that's where the idea came on trying to utilize the Council of Kings in another productive way. Because at this point, what do we really have to lose? And I'm sure that will resonate with some, and some others will say, boss, what the are you even talking about here, guy? And before I start really diving into a little bit of kind of what the plan is and how you can be a part of it, as always, if you enjoy the content, make sure you sub, like, ring the notification bell. And of course, if you want to join and be a part of the conversation, hit up the Discord. You can find a link to that in the pinned comment description down below. So what I mean by this is I am planning to revisit and to reach back out to kingdoms that, one, have an account in, and then two, for kingdoms that have already gone through some CORs, they're kind of already in that king rotation phase. Definitely would love to hear from any of those. The hope here, and really what kind of the plan is, would be to organize a group of leads, representatives, if you will, from kingdoms, people that are able to send king's mails, declarations. You can send announcements on your Discord. And the thought is to do something such as unionizing, coming together and attempting to maybe not necessarily push change, but to again, share the passions that we have, provide suggestions, and put our kind of money where our mouth is, right? Put the numbers, right? Have the votes already set, and we just kind of aim the people that also would like to see enact change, see things being done, and see how that works out. Remember, we've tried a couple things so far when it comes to doing our petition vote, which we had almost 800 people sign that. That was pretty cool. And, some of those things got worked in. Obviously not as many as I'm sure a good amount of us would like. But we still saw some change. And that, to me, started really to make me think and wonder. Because, keep in mind, not every company, not every developer values where the information or values kind of where you're putting your eggs in the basket. Sometimes it has to be the right basket. And what I mean by that is you have to show that you have numbers that are supporting, right? There has to be something tangible there, a visual aid. And then the idea occurred to me on just using the platform that has already been given, but doing it in a coordinated way where we can come together and say, hey, we think this one thing is really important. Let's put all of our effort into upvoting or reacting to this one thing to get as many people to vote on it until it's been submitted, and now we feel really good about that because it has a large number of backing. And then you know what? Then maybe we go to the next thing, and so on and so forth. And let me be clear here. This does not mean or is in any way us forcing or saying, hey, we have 1,000 people or something at our disposal. We're just going to start voting stuff in. No. It's looking at things within the game because we still love the game and saying, you know what? We can all come together and agree that this is important, and we really feel this is something that actually either needs to be fixed or addressed or changed, even if that change is a trial run, or if it's something that, you know what, maybe needs to be reverted. These are things that when you have an organized group of people that can sit down and have a conversation and talk things out and then be able to agree on things and say, you know what, we agree on this, now we're going to go ahead and push it together in a bipartisan type way, right, if I want to use that word. That is what we have the chance and the ability to do. Part of the hurdle is that we're just separated, right? It's not in a direct way. It's really more of in an indirect way or an unintentional way as well. And so what I'm getting to is that if you are a representative of a kingdom and you are not already a part of our Council of Kings, please reach out to me, join the Discord, hit me up on Discord. If you represent your kingdom, if you represent the majority controlling or majority presence body, if you're someone who can speak for the kingdom when it comes to, making announcements in-game on Discord, having the backing of the support, maybe you like the idea and what I've just pitched, please reach out to me. I would love to get you added. I'll also be reaching out to kingdoms and messaging alliance leaders as well, as I've already done, I think, 2 rounds of that. And even though it's been a while, I'll get to a third round as well. And try and get as many people added just so we can try. As I said, I don't really think there's a lot to lose at this point. And, however much any of us, including myself, still love the game, still believe in it, still believe in its potential. That, to me, I think is something worth fighting for. And even if it's exhausting your final options or just another option, why not? And hopefully, as a developer, if any even watch these videos, I hope that that I should say you, or yous, plural, may be able to see that there's a lot of care. There is a lot of faith and belief still, but it's just dwindling. And what I'll leave everyone with is that I still enjoy IK. If they changed some things, added some things, and reverted some things, and we're not talking about extremely big things that every single one is. But for me, that would make me want to come back and do another project and invest more in IK. It's just hard when you start out and you really believe in something and you feel that the game is going in a good direction for it to pretty much just slap you in the face. And that's a feeling, right? To some people, it might be more than a feeling. To me, it is a feeling, and that's just how I feel. When I started out playing the game, man, there was so much joy. It was so fun to wake up every day and play this new thing that was visually appealing, had diversity, and features that were not the typical or not the norm compared to what I had played in my experience previously. And that refreshing feel, along with how the game was just approaching the genre, was exciting. And even though I still feel there's a little bit of magic left, as I said, it is fading. To me, at least. Maybe to others, maybe to others, it's not. And this is my opinion. This is how I feel. And that's why I still want to fight for the game. Why I would even care to make this video and post it. So if you feel how I feel and have any interest, or even if you just support the initiative, the idea, let me know. I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. And for those that want to reach out, my details are there as well. And also in the pinned comment. And I think that's it. So that is my, I don't know, little rant or, pitch, if you will. And if anything, I hope it resonated with some. Even if not all, I hope for those of you it did resonate with it, that you appreciated the speech, and even if it's not something that you might yourself be in a position to do anything with, showing the support to me is just as important. So I think finally that is it for me on this one. As always, until next time, I'll catch y'all later.